All right, my name is Oscar, and this is Wednesday, September 18. This is my first attempt at webcamming and logging in my VSG journey. Um, so I went to my initial seminar where they introduced the whole concept of weight loss surgery, which I'd already done some research on anyway. But it was interesting. The doctor who led the seminar, Dr. Shrikna. Anyway, I chose him to be my surgeon because I liked his enthusiasm for the whole work involved in it, and so I sent in my paperwork, and I had my initial consultation with him on September 6th, 2013. And so they took all my vitals at that time, and so at that time I was weighing 354.8, which is kind of what I expected. I think it was a little lower than I expected actually, but 354.8 was my official weight as of September 6th. The awful thing was that I had shrunk by about an inch. I used to be 5'6", now I'm 5'5", but I think it was because I was slouching. I wasn't up against the wall like the last time I was measured a couple years ago. And so that was mighty depressing, but yeah, I'll get taller someday. Anyway, besides being overweight, I do have type 2 diabetes, which is controlled, sleep apnea, which I have a CPAP machine, and the CPAP machine does not bother me at all. I'm one of the lucky few. The only thing is that it has, I think it increases my nasal problems. I've always had issues with my sinuses, thanks to my grandma and my mother. But, you know, it's not that bad. I also have gout, which is interesting, and I have gastroesophageal reflux disease. Another interesting thing to have. And I know reading some of the forums before deciding on the surgeries, some doctors will not do the gastric sleeve on people who have GERD and will actively discourage them from doing that. But my doctor says that I'm a great candidate for it, and I seem to be have no problems regarding the GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, with this procedure. So I am with my insurance is Aetna. So thus far, I had an email from his patient coordinator who they wanted me to do 3 things right away. One is to have 4 months worth of physician supervised weight loss program. And so I've done that. I've already scheduled. I haven't done it, but I've scheduled it to be done. I'm going to do a psych eval pretty soon. And 3 months worth of nutrition counseling, which is what the insurance requires right away. So I'm going to get that as soon as I get the nutritional counseling. I haven't contacted the nutritionist yet. So the that information should be forthcoming. I have my next appointment with the doctor this Friday, September 20, 2013, and so I will update based on what I find out from there. So far, everything's okay. The doctor is himself a nutritionist, licensed nutritionist, I suppose. He put me on what's called a sandwich diet, and I kind of assumed there would be me eating sandwiches, but it's not that fun. It's basically 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So the first 2 weeks you eat a high protein, low sugar, low fat diet. Next 2 weeks, you go on a clear liquid diet, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm not really weight oriented. I have gone years without getting on a scale, and but he wants me to lose 10% of my body weight before surgery, shrink the liver and all that. So he wants me to lose like 35.5 pounds. Um, and while on this diet, I have noticed that I am getting smaller. On Sunday, this past Sunday, went to see the movie Insidious 2, and the cinema was in a mall, which had a McDonald's. Yes, I did cheat a little bit, but I'd been a good boy for about a month, a week and a half before I did this. But anyway, I fit into the McDonald's chairs. Those little chairs that are kind of attached, but they can swivel. And that's something I've been having problems fitting into the last few years. But I could fit into it, and I could fit into the theater seat. I didn't roll over into other people's space, so that was fun. And so that's it for now. Just a little introduction, and I'll be back later, probably later in the week, to do a second after I go to my doctor's eval.